Oh, everybody's loving on my cat.
All right, time to eat the cat.
I was tempted to bring the little one over here, but I could not find him or her slash her.
Oh.
I found her new hiding spot. So you know how Taryn's bed has the trundle you pull out? Yeah, no, the cat is just small enough to get under the bed, up through it, into the trundle.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So I was looking around, where the fuck is she? And James is like, you think she's in the trundle? And I'm like, nah. He's like, yeah, it's too small. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll look. We're pulling it out, can't see it. And then I pull out just a little more to see the tip of the tail. Me and Taryn are like, motherfucker.
Oh. By the way, I don't think I've updated y'all since then about our actual downloads.
You keep texting me like every other day, and it just keeps going up.
Yeah, we are at officially 210, so in a period of...
God damn, that doubled like in half the time.
I mean, to be fair, we finally got iTunes to play nice with us.
Yeah, no.
I've also stopped being lazy, and I got a lot more places. So, welcome everybody if you're not on Spotify or...
Podbean,
iTunes,
that was
or Google Podcast.
Oh yeah, because that was like the one other place that we got to let work with us.
Yeah. Now, if you're on Audible, Apple, iHeartRadio, or any of the Apple podcast derivatives that use Apple Podcasts as their main source of podcasts, welcome.
Lots of people. You're a little late, but we'll catch you up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they can figure it out. I've been watching way too much Letterkenny recently.
Yeah.
I'm trying to detox myself.
From what, Letterkenny?
I've watched so much.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, what, were they just not getting back to you like with iTunes and
it was a bug on their part.
Really?
Yeah. And I've been trying since July?
Yeah,
June?
July since we started.
Whenever we started.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. I actually got on a phone call with them. They're like... So I was trying to get in, like, yeah, they'll call you tomorrow. I was like, I've been trying to do this since July. And they're like, oh, God, okay.
It's like, you've been going to call me tomorrow before this?
As soon as I said that, and they, like, had my phone number, 5 seconds later I got a phone call.
Yeah,
hey-o.
I'm starting to feel like y'all are the dad that went for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
I know, right?
Okay, well, welcome to this episode. I believe this is episode 7 or 8 because I screwed up.
You know, you could do me dirty and made it episode 6 when I called episode 5 part 2 for the Chaos Leader. I saw that and I was like, Mitchell, you bitch.
Yeah, we're on episode something or another. We'll
6 part 2 or 7. We'll figure that one out in
or maybe 39, who knows.
But this episode, we are going over the races that are actually well labeled in the lexicanum.
So,
I mean, well labelled's a bit of a stretch.
This episode's going to be a lightning round when it comes to the races, so fucking hold on to your pants, kids.
If
It's
you're
going to be
actually
a wild fucking ride.
Sentences here.
Wow, you did a lot more work than I did.
As always, I'm the only one who took fucking notes and not using the goddamn computer for my shit.
I use a tablet.
Look,
Thank you very much.
All I'm saying is...
Fake news.
Look, all I'm saying is that there's a lot of shit I gotta cover.
Oh, yeah, no.
And, like, yeah, all you're getting for, like, fucking the Seraphon is it's like, cool, lizard people, we're done here.
No, just Liztards. Moving on.
Lizard, done.
Which is funny because the mortals are probably the most important.
No, fuck that, mortals.
So, yeah, this is... With all of the bullshit aside, this is going to be a very fast-paced episode because we are going through all of the mainstay races in Age of Sigmar. This is not all of them. This is just the more important ones that you're more likely to see. So we're not going to get down to every single fucking little tiny mouse person that isn't Skaven, but it's technically Skaven, but it's actually a derivative of Skaven, not made by K, or whatever the fuck it is.
I'm going to be honest. I wrote down, like, all the ones that I needed to cover. And, like, a little bullet point about some of them. So there very, very well maybe some that I'm like, yes, this is a derivative of merfolk that lives in the ocean. Moving on.
Yeah, like...
a lot of these are going to probably just have a sentence.
Oh, yeah, no, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to tell you the name of the race, but when it comes to me, there's going to be one race where I'm going to say Big Eagles, and that's it. I'm just going to move on. So it's going to be a bit of a lightning round, but like I've said in every fucking episode, like a broken record, we will definitely be going back over the races at a later date and much more in depth.
And especially once we start covering, like, the actual factions. For instance, once we
Is
start
that a
doing...
BB-8?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I have BB-8 ice cube makers things for whiskey.
Can
Thanks,
you give
Dad.
me some rum?
Oh, god damn it, that's exactly what I was going for. What do you want? Do you want mine or yours?
Yours.
Or do you want Kraken?
You're a good one.
Wow, stealing my run
I
now.
was tempted to make a shitty pun about it not being BB8, but BB.8.
Hey, you want it neat or on the rocks?
Neat.
Okay.
But that would be bad.
Yeah.
Shitty pun.
Help. Jay's finally moved into his house.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I kind of salty because Philip was like, "Do you want help?" I'm like, "Yeah, just call me." And then he never did. And then he came back today, was like, "Yeah, I helped Jay move." And I'm like, "You bitch!"
There was 2 days you could have helped, and I never knew that you said call.
I said yes, Phil. I'll be good. I'll probably be good for that. Just call me whenever y'all are gonna do it, and like I'll probably come over. And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that." And then never did.
Okay, to be fair, on that second day, there was a very good reason why I didn't call you. By the way,
Oh no! Before we get into this, he only told me there was 1 day, not 2. I didn't know about half the move.
to be fair, I didn't know about day 2 until day 1. But no, okay, so as y'all may have realized, this is actually coming out a day late because at work yesterday...
Philip got a very impersonal relationship with boiling hot grease.
Yeah, no, I basically tried to throw hands with the kitchen deep fryer, with the kitchen deep fryer, and yeah, I have some pretty significant second-degree burns, which thank God none of them turned into third-degree burns, but I have some pretty significant second-degree burns on my dominant hand right now, so...
Yeah, no, and it's something that I relate with, because as I'm looking at the dick-shaped burn, the dick-shaped burn scar on my ankle that I got from my pot of boiling water when I was working in the kitchen, I relate. This shit fucking sucks.
Yeah. No, it was actually really funny, though, because today... So I burned the shit out of my hand yesterday, right? And I am like sitting at home crying because I'm in so much agony. And I'm thinking like half of my hand is gonna melt off. And my boss calls me and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Not great. What do you want?"
It's like, well, now that you ask, pretty shit.
Yeah. No, I'm like, "Not great. What do you want?" And he's like, "Hey, can you come in and work Friday night?" And it's like, man, not only do I already have plans, I really don't want to work for the next like 2 days. Because I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to keep most of the flesh on my hand.
Well, also, now that that's healing and is bloated up and whatnot, you put that hand near heat, you're going to get reacquainted with pain very quickly.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that, like, if any of these... so I have a couple blisters on my hand. If any of these,
They're
like, pop
noticeable,
while working...
to say the least.
Yeah, if any of these pop while working, I have to stop working. Because they're just going to leak fluid. It's not like a cut where you can just, like, smack a Band-Aid on it and call it good. Nope, no, like, blisters like this just continue to ooze, and it's like, I can't, like, just wear a glove and keep going. Like, I have to leave.
That would be what we in the business call cross-contamination. That's what get restaurants shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
Not kosher.
Not Now, I might be a little rough on my religious lore, but technically, if his blister was blessed by a rabbi, I think it would actually be kosher.
Look, it's not pork.
Oh, well, I bet you cook it some more. It tastes just like it.
God damn it! Shut up. Yes, human. The other white meat.
That's some Hedonite shit right there.
You're welcome.
You know this to be true.
Well, should we start this shindig? We're only 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
This is gonna be...
Oh, bro, it's only been 8 minutes? No, we needed bullshit for at least another 2.
This is going to be such an aggressive fuster cluck, but whatever, let's get into it.
The first set of races that we are going over are spirits. Woo!
El's Ball, Dragon Ogre, Dwarden, Lightning Round.
The spirit of your dead parents come to haunt you for your sins.
Bruce Wayne, is that you?
That's in the death section, okay?
Okay.
Because they're death spirits. We'll get into
different
it.
type. Okay, whatever.
We got the all elementers or elementers. Actually, who the hell? It's like ale.
You said all elementers, and all I thought was a fucking like ding 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 ding. Yeah, them elementers right down there. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that is definitely
Elementors.
Oh wait, don't break my chair. That is most definitely. I swear to God, seriously, I will beat your ass.
Please don't scream.
Yeah, no, that's definitely elementors, just like daemons.
Daemons and elves.
Elves. Actually, excuse you, it's elf.
These are the spirits of Hush, and they typically do the embodiments of the different landscapes, such as mountains, rivers, winds, skies. Also, the moon.
There's a lot more than one sentence.
I know, right? So much for lightning round.
Yeah.
Wait till it gets to me. Big Eagle's done.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like some of these, I'm going like Dwarden, Done.
But on the tabletop, they're definitely typically depicted as the spirit of the mountain and wind for Lumineth Realm Lords.
Gotcha.
We got the Eldolian. Dolan.
You know, for the man who can't talk right,
Eidolon.
he sure does get the really fucked up names.
I know, it's
Pretty sure it's Eidolon. Eidolon.
I before E.
Oh, no, it's Eidolon or Adelion. Yeah, no.
Adelion?
There's a magic card that had that same kind of
Eidolon.
name. Yeah, Eidolon.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's Eidolon.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because in Warframe they have a creature that's called like an Eidolon, and I think it's spelled like that.
Well, it's a manifestation of a large group of souls, usually taking the form of an ancestral hero or god. This is the aspect of the sea for the Inanna Deepkin, that really cool model with the really cool little cape of water.
I thought that was Teclis.
No.
No, that was that was obviously Poseidon, god of the sea.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that was Teclis.
Teclis is riding a sphinx.
We are going to go with next is Spites. Spites are spirits.
They're just called spites.
They're called Spites, and
These
they're
things
they're
sound like very
Angry spirits.
happy, well-to-do, and friendly spirits. Obviously,
they help with murder.
Whoa! Wow! Who would have thought?
They're very helpful spirits. If
they're
you're trying to commit murder.
They're highly magical beings with incredible diversity and temperate in form. They are the oldest allies of the Sylvaneth. They're
the carefree, happy tree spirits. Who are your friends? Murder spirits. Interesting.
hobos.
I'm leaving now.
So you got bitter grubs, which are typically on branch witches. Fitter furies and squirmlings. They are typically found on Dryacha Hamdarith, the very angry tree lady.
Drika? Drika?
Dryka, yes.
Drika.
And she's the leader of the outcast. We'll go with that
Yeah.
later. Flitter furies. No, we already went over that. Quiverlings. These are found on Kuraneth hunters, and they act like the quiver for their bows and arrows.
So they literally are just like spirits that hold arrows.
Yes.
That's interesting. All right.
Real quick, when you said they are with Kuraneth, right? Are Kuraneth, is that another like tree spirit?
Is tree spirits, yes. They are the half wood, half spirit, that kind of blue.
Cool.
They have the bows.
So, fun thing, I actually have something. I was technically supposed to be in something I'm talking about, but I didn't because realistically they're elves, but they're called Kurothi or Kuranothi, and they're basically elves that worship Kuraneth.
Kuraneth. Oh, yes, because these are Kuraneth hunters, but Kuraneth is one of the original gods. That is Alariel's
Yeah,
cult.
but no, they had it as a whole ass different race. Like, they're a race of people who worship Kuraneth. Anyway, they're all elves, and I'm like, then why the fuck wouldn't they just be under elves? Because they're not a different race.
It's like saying Jews for humans.
They're not okay.
Okay, you lost me on that metaphor.
I may have gone, wait.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Let's
to
go ahead and backtrack.
I don't know how to
on that
respond
one.
to that one, so just keep going.
Mitchell's finally becoming self-aware. He's starting to believe that he truly is Jewish.
Um,
For those of you who don't get the in-joke, we have called Mitchell Jewish because he has a massive afro for literally his entire high school career and into his adult life, and it's fucking funny.
Which is actually really fucking hilarious because I'm actually Jewish.
Yeah, you're actually Jewish. Mitchell's Catholic.
And
now Mitchell's angry because that joke is now known by
everyone who
apparently
listens.
of over
I'm
200
just thinking.
people.
I'm just thinking about the time I got really drunk one day, and I just screamed, "I'm Catholic!"
Oh my god, yes, I forgot about that. Wasn't that the one?
Listen. He was important, but he was not the son of God.
I think that's the night I went to go see Jurassic World.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't that the night that Ethan got you absolutely fucking shit-faced without you realizing it, and then you slept through like the entirety of Jurassic World?
Yes.
Or
So
Jurassic-
here
yeah.
on our Warhammer podcast.
And my brother got really pissed at me, but I threw up twice at the movie theater.
Oh, God.
And I spent
God.
$5 for a water. See, when I get drunk, I don't black out. I may have drinking a half bottle of Jim Beam, but no, I still remembered every single second.
He's not exaggerating about that
I'm
either. He
conscious.
did drink half a bottle of Jim Beam without realizing it.
I am conscious of every agonizing second.
We don't have a drinking problem. Y'all have a drinking problem.
No, see, y'all's drinking problem is that y'all get drunk, and that's a personal problem on y'all's behalf.
It's coming from the man who can't get drunk.
I've tried.
Going on. Sniffer spites are. These are fungi. they're spirits that go for magical fungi. And
they are
they are
magical fungi, or
they are
make magical fungi.
they find.
Oh, they find magical.
They're like pigs that find truffles.
Oh, they find truffles. Yeah.
Yeah. But these are used by or persuaded to track magical fungus by Mad Cat Shaman Zarbog. Or Zarbag, yes. Zarbog works too. You got the Wardroth beetle. This is Alariel's mount. And it can split into a lot of different spirits to fly as well. Then it will come back down and it can come back together.
Are there multiple beetles like that, or is it just like the one beetle?
I don't know, but if that one dies, she can just make a new one. She can plant a new one.
She can plant a beetle.
Yes, because they come from soul pods.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The people trees.
And then you have the Zephi sprites.
Point it out.
Oh,
Zephyr sprites.
Zephyr sprites. They just sprites that grant Arc Revenants their ability to fly.
Arch Revenant? What? Oh, Arch Revenants.
I say Arc.
That's technically Arch.
Arc would be ARC or AR.
K. Yeah, ARC or ARK.
You know what? Oh well.
ARCH
At least I don't
is
say
Arch.
pre-March.
I can hear a very specific someone who will be listening to this having a fucking aneurysm.
Then you have the Sylvaneth, which are pretty much just imagine those sprites, but
Oi. Excuse you. That's my territory.
They were in the spirit section.
That's so fucking weird. All right.
And fight.
They were in the spirit section.
I don't know.
They
Both
were-
of us have been drinking. I don't think either of us can throw hands very well at the moment.
Oh my god.
And these are servants of life created by Alariel. The term encompasses a range of different creatures created, and they are coming.
Oh,
they come
okay.
from soul pods, but these are the spirits of the elves from the old world. A lot of them are the spirits of the elves from the old world.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
gotcha,
that-
yeah.
they're
That she
kind of
saved,
sort
so
of
kind of
spirit
like the
people.
wood elves.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
they became. What do they become after the soul pod again?
Sylvaneth.
Well, they become either forest folk, noble spirits, free spirits, outcast, or water spirits.
But those are the Sylvaneth, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
okay.
There aren't really wood elves anymore. They're just Sylvaneth.
Yeah, they're just tree people.
They're all tree people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget about that too.
I'm the Lorax, and I speak for the trees.
You know what the funny thing is, though?
Keep up with
I'm
your
pretty
shit,
sure the
no?
Sylvaneth are also listed as... Yeah, they're also listed as mortals.
How does the meme
Apparently.
go? Fuck.
Well,
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Keep fucking with my shit, and I'll break your fucking knees.
Something like that.
Alariel, in a nutshell, right there.
those
Yep.
are all the major spirits for their races. Any questions?
I speak for the Lord.
No, I am the
I'm the
Lorax.
Lorax.
and
I speak for the trees.
Speak for the trees. There we
That's that's basically what that entire thing was.
go. All right. So, Jacob, you should probably go next.
Oh, by the way.
And then I'll break up the middle of you two with my fucking mountain.
I just also feel like my northern, for some reason...
Northern?
You're Northern?
No, I'm not northern. Northern.
Northern?
I watched a lot of shows not based in the South, so I can often have a time... I can often speak fast, so if I spoke really fast during that period of time, I'm sorry if you did not understand a word that I'm said.
Mitchell, you don't speak that fast.
Mitchell, you are known in this podcast as Sir Strokes a lot. No one ever can understand what you're saying. Everyone's used to it.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. My phone updated. Stop
Yeah,
that.
no, I should probably go next because Phil only has one thing, but his one thing is fucking massive. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna be talking about demons. Yeah.
Demons.
And this is not all of the demons. This is just going to be much more common ones you're going to see on I guess, day-to-day basis when you're dealing with AOS.
But I want to see all the demons.
Fuck off. So to start off with the demons is the Demon Prince. Real simple. They are simply mortals who sucked their god's pee-pee hard enough and they ascended to demonhood. They are normally, to a certain extent, kind of akin to greater demons, but greater demons tend to kind of shit on them. But they are mortals who ascended to demonhood. Notable demon princes are Be'lakor is one of them. We talked about him.
Yeah.
And then I'll get to it. I think there's one for Khorne. Her name is her name is Valakia. No, not Valea. Valkia. I think it's Valkia. I feel like she's kind of modeled off of like the German Valkyries, but she's for Khorne and she murders things really, really good. Another demon prince.
So, actually, real quick, I was listening to Jay and who was the other person? I think it was Tristan talking at the shop, and Jay was talking about there used to be an old, I don't remember whether it was a fantasy or Sigmar model, but there used to be a named demon prince of Khorne. I think it was from Forge World is what he said, and it had like an actual name to it, and it had story to it. Nowadays, it's just a standard basic bitch demon prince. But the whole point of the story was that it was a demon prince of Khorne, and the way that he ascended to demonhood was Khorne was basically like, hey, you do lots of murder for me. I like that. So here's the deal. I'm going to make you fight a bloodthirster. If you win, I'll make you a demon prince. And if you die, well, blood for the blood god. And the dude was like, all right, cool, let's do this. And so Khorne summoned up every weapon in existence. Magical, non-magical, exotic, like every conceivable weapon.
Pick your poison type of
thing.
Pick
your poison. The dude looks around, finds his battle axe. It's not blessed, it's not magical, it's not holy, it is literally just a battle axe. Picks it, goes, yes, me trusty mallet, and is like, cool, I'm ready now. Khorne goes, all right, yeets him into an arena with a bloodthirster, and the dude one-taps the bloodthirster, and Khorne was like, that's fucking hot, demon prince.
I'm sorry, one taps?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? And Jay was like, yeah, no, like, that was the legit story of him. And then they eventually did away with it, so now I think you can still buy the model, but
Man, that sounds badass. Like, why would they take that away from us?
I know, right?
Because it was from the world that was.
Okay,
well, no,
half of the shit from AOS is from the world that was.
I mean, that's kind of the thing, though, is I think he said it was an AOS model. I just don't remember.
I'm going to go to Nottingham, and I'm going to go slap somebody.
Good luck with that.
I'm not saying domestic terrorism against UW, but...
Just like,
Okay, hold up. Pop the brakes there, bucko.
just like I need to go to Canada to slap somebody for saying
not condone
Primark.
any act of domestic terrorism. We
Yeah.
do, however, find it hilarious.
Yeah, no. Also, just for you folks out there who are British, did you realize that we in America actually pay more for models than you do? Because we pay your taxes twice. And on top of that, they use the conversions from pounds to dollars from pre-Brexit, which, if you know what that means, the pound at that time was valued significantly higher than it is currently. So not only do we pay higher inflation, we also have to pay double taxes. Thank you, GW. Go fuck yourself. My fucking $60 bottle or $60 box of TAC Marines. Fuck that shit.
My wallet, it screams.
It really does, though.
Anywho, Demon Prince. Said it. My fucking tangent. Next one, Furies. Fucking gargoyle minor demons that are evil as shit, but they can apparently be bribed to, like, work for not demons. Which I find fucking hilarious.
What do you bribe them with?
That's a good fucking question. I didn't specify.
I'm betting it's souls.
I'm going to assume other people to murder.
Yeah.
So next is Bloodletter. The Bloodletter is like the core infantry unit for Cornflakes. Blood God, that guy, not cereal. He's
Tony the Tiger.
Hey, just covered in blood.
I mean, he is a tiger.
Yeah, they're the core unit of Khorne battle line. They're red, ripped as shit, have horns, got a big sword. They crump things. Bloodletter. Next is Bloodthirster. Really, really big, angrier Bloodletter.
With wings.
They're the greater demons of Khorne. They're his generals. They're basically shards of his personality. They actually wear armor. They have wings, really, really big. Like to scream blood for the blood god. They can use a big axe, a little axe, a big and a whip. Dude, I don't think any bloodthirsters use swords. I think you just big axe, small axe, and whip.
No, I think you're right. But they do have flaming breath, though.
Yes, they can breathe on people and they catch on fire.
Nice.
Those are the two real mainstay for Khorne. There are a couple others, but that's all we got for Khorne for now. Next we have is Great Unclean One, the Greater Demon for Nurgle. It's giant. It's disgusting. Moving on. No, they're greater demons for Nurgle. They're his generals, basically piles of rotten, disgusting flesh. Yeah, they're fucking disgusting. Moving on. Nurglings. I'm getting to it. Nurglings. They're literally pus demons. Like, they're birthed by great unclean ones, and I think maybe plague bearers, but they're just like the demons, like pus, basically infuses with like warp shenanigans, and it comes out and it gains sentience, and they have a weird childlike-esque brain, and they're green and disgusting and should never be put anywhere near your mouth, like ham and peas sandwiches. Moving on. Plague bearers. Plague bearers. They are the core of Nurgle's armies. They have one horn. They have a bunch of horns. They got one eyes. They carry rusty-ass weapons. They're just smaller, just as disgusting, great unclean ones, or larger, just as disgusting Nurglings. They are, however, made from the souls of mortals who died from Nurgle's rot. So that's horrible. And that's how they're made. Moving on.
I feel like Nagash is angry about that one.
Nagash is angry about everything. Next is the Demonette, the core battle line unit for Slaanesh.
Yeah, boy.
He, she, its shenanigans.
Excuse me? They?
I'm so sorry. They're fast as shit, evil as fuck, have crab claws. There you go. After that, Keeper of Secrets. The big Demonette for Slaanesh.
Yeah, boy.
The greater demon for Slaanesh. Bigger than Demonettes, just as fast. Also have crab claws. Also have 2 normal arms. 4 arms. 2 crab claws, 2 normal hands. Just as fucked up. Scratch that. More fucked up. Moving on.
Don't forget about the exposed tit.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's covered, unless, you're looking at Jay's model.
Yes.
Well, actually, I did forget one thing. So just like all the other chaos gods, the Keeper of Secrets are basically a shard of Slaanesh's personality. But the cool thing is, Slaanesh basically has 50 bajillion fucking personalities, so every single Keeper of Secrets that is made by Slaanesh has a different personality, a different temperament, and a different agenda, because it reflects the mood he had when they were made, and he changes that at the drop of a fucking hat. So that's pretty cool. Which is why you'll have people like Shalaxi be completely and totally different from insert another great Keeper of Secrets here. They'll be completely different because they just...
Yeah, look, I love Slaanesh. Even I don't bother trying to remember their names because it's not like, Radagus or Scarbrand. It's like, yeah, it's like Kulikshnoshni, and it's like, why can't you just be normal? Like Shalaxi Hellbane. Why can't you all just be simple?
I feel like GW has a room full of epileptics, and they turn on a fire alarm, and whatever noise they make, they're like the next keeper of Secrets here. Doot 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 doot.
It certainly fucking feels like this.
That's great. Write that down.
But then you look at like the names for some of like the fucking heralds of Slaanesh, and it's like
Billy.
yeah, it's like Syl and like Quiche, and it's like why is this so simple? Like I thought of something. Don't look at me like that.
Being a greater demon makes you difficult. That's what it is.
Yeah, especially the divas.
Anywho, on to Tzeentch. First, we're going to talk about the pink horrors and the blue horrors and the brimstone horrors, which are technically all pink horrors, kind of. They're I wouldn't say they're the mainline troops for like Tzeentchian demon armies, but they are a very prevalent troop choice. They're basically little fucking hopping mounds of pink flesh that spit fire, but are also babushka dolls. Because when you kill a pink horror, it splits into 2 blue horrors. When you kill a blue horror, it splits into 2 brimstone horrors.
Okay, real quick. I'm really excited to see if they do that in Total War 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, we've only seen blue. I don't think we've seen any pink yet.
Yeah, we have. Oh, we've seen a lot of pink.
I keep seeing the blue up close.
Yeah, and then like what it is, we've seen a few blues, but I don't think I've seen any brimstones.
Which I'm waiting for the brimstones. Also, going with the whole entire naming thing, Tzeentch's names are awful, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't. No, don't. I can't. My brain. It'll hurt.
Make him
Silent
suffer.
Stop. No.
Corbax, Maimon,
Okay,
the Transfigured, Oraka.
Give the next toddler you see that won't send you to jail for
Uraraka.
possible children shenanigans.
Uraraka.
Shut up.
The one that makes things float.
Shut up. Give them a pen.
Wait, no.
Tell them to write letters.
What
That's the name.
Bro!
You have ruined my hero for me.
That's fucking My Hero reference, you fucking shit.
I know. No, it's actually really similar. It's Uraka.
Anywho,
Oh, God.
So like I was saying, the pink horror splits into blue horrors. Blue horror splits into brimstone horrors. Pink horror is pink. Blue horror is blue. Brimstone is just like on fire.
Atias Ra Caris.
Okay, no one gives a shit anymore, Mitchell. Shut up.
And the cool thing is each type of horror has a different personality. Pink horrors are just kind of like manically insane. Blue horrors are little spiteful shits who hate everyone. And brimstone horrors are just murder hobos. That's about it.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Gaunt Summoners. These are a little more difficult, so they're basically really powerful demonic sorcerers of Tzeentch. There can only ever be 9 at one time, and they fly around on discs of Tzeentch. Zoom, zoom.
There's only going to be 9 gone.
Only be 9 Gaunt Summoners at one time, and Archeon has bound all of them to his will.
Man, that sucks for Tzeentch.
And they are credited for having some of the worst atrocities during the Age of Chaos.
That sounds about right.
That sounds a lot like Tzeentch.
Yep.
That's about it for them. They have a lot. There is more lore about them, but baseline
Lightning
what I'm
round.
going with. Yeah. Next,
Go,
Lord of Change. Bird up. Continuing.
Bird up. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Old ass man mixed with gigantic bird. Make it cast magic. Greater demon of Tzeentch. Autistic names. Moving on.
Big bird.
By the way, for the bird up reference, there's a guy on YouTube named Terminal Montage. Go check him out. He's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's Lord of Change. So once again, they are the greater demons of Tzeentch, and they are dummy thick magic casters. And they're also birds. Next is going to be Soul Grinders. Yeah, so demon dies.
Ah, yes.
Demon dies. Demon has to wait a little bit to come back to the mortal plane. Or demon dies. Demon hella pissy about being dead. Demon goes to like the demon forge, goes to the forge master, goes, hey,
Yeah,
you
Forge of Souls.
look me in my face, make me physical again. The forge master goes, yes I can, but
You owe me.
I'm gonna fuck you up. And by fucking you up, they basically take the upper half of said demon, swell it up with etheric energy, and make it fucking monstrous. And then they just take like, you know, the claws from like the little like machines. I forget what they're called.
The claw.
Yeah, the claw. Yeah, they give that for its legs. So they're basically, yeah, cool. Go kill like 1,000 people or something like that, and then come back, and then I'll make you physical again, and it'll take you like 100 years or whatever, not like 3,000.
Yeah.
Unless you die. Because if you die as a soul grinder, they'll be like, cool, I'll make you a soul grinder again, but now you owe me 2,000 souls. Which is why a bunch of demons are eternally soul grinders, because they're fucking retarded.
So, real quick, did I tell you the story about Selesky?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, we are going fast on this.
We are.
I have-
We kind of need to.
4 pages of this, basically. Next, yes.
Dude, we're only at 33 minutes. You can slow down a tad.
No!
No, because then we have to do my shit.
Yeah,
And
we
have
haven't
to
even
go
got
back
to
for
mortals
y'all's.
yet.
Oh, I'm just going to leave the room when he gets to his.
Maybe I don't have a smoker or a drink or something. Play with the cats. Cool. Peace, bitch.
Cool, I'm just gonna slice your Achilles tendon. Try leaving now, bitch.
So, last but not least, the Vermin Lords. The only demon of the Great Horned Rat, for now. Just super rat. Big rat. Do spoopy rat things.
They're like... Sorry, go ahead.
So there are a bunch of different kinds of Vermin Lords because a lot of the Vermin Lords are beholden to a certain Skaven legacy, like the Vermin Lord Corruptors. They're they exist to corrupt and cause the world to decay, and they're like the head honchos for Clan Pestilence. Like, they don't actually run Clan Pestilence because they can't be in the physical world constantly, but like Clan Pestilence suck the PP hard when they're there. And then you have, like, the Vermin Lord War Masters. Now, they're a lot more associated with Clan Verminus, but they're not exactly, like, beholden as, like, the end-all, be-all of the clan. They'll come, they fuck shit up, and they leave. Clan Verminus is like, that's dope, but that's about it.
One important thing to note about the Vermin Lords, and I remember this from whenever I had to cover the Great Horned Rat, is that, so the Blight City, the main capital of the Skaven, does technically exist in, like, a pseudo-pocket dimension of the warp, and there the Vermin Lords can exist freely. And so, like, like a bunch of the inter-clan conflicts that you read about the Skaven that happen in the Blight City, there are 120% Vermin Lords sitting back there pulling strings.
Yeah.
And like influencing people and shit like that.
I will say my favorite Vermin Lord is that I read is the Vermin Lord Warp Seer, I think. Or no. Gnaw Seer. I think it's no, Warp Gnaw. Vermin Lord Warp Gnaw, I think is what it's called.
Oh, I think I've read about
They're
that.
basically the Warp... Now, we're not sure, don't know if this is true or not, but they are credited for teaching the Skaven how to make gnaw holes through reality.
God.
So they basically exist gnawing holes in reality into the mortal realms and whatnot.
Yeah, it's how they
So
travel
they are-
into the mortal realms without having to use realm gates.
Yeah, they're basically half insane warp monstrosities.
Are they responsible for the Necroquake?
Maybe.
No, that wasn't them. That was just Clan Eshin being an asshole.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. It was Eshin.
Yeah, Eshin was like, I'm gonna get in this pyramid. And then the pyramid activated and their chaos energies went into the pyramid. And then Nagash was like, this is not how I planned this to happen.
I feel like there was a Vermin Lord that was like manipulating.
They
the
might have been
clans.
manipulating it, but it wasn't them
But
themselves.
yeah,
It was Clan Eshin rats getting caught in the pyramid. But no, so the cool thing about them is they almost exist in all possibilities of all points in time at the same time. Because they're basically constantly eating through reality. So they're all fucked up. They can actually hide themselves. I think it's called the Cloak of Possibilities, where it like not only does it make them like invisible, I think, or something like that, but it basically warps reality around them to where they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want to do. Because
this is kind of like the whole like I have a good one. This is kind of like the Cloak of Invisibility that Harry Potter has. That's like an actual piece of Death's cloak that literally hides the wearer from death
But
itself.
instead of it just being invisibility and hiding from death, it's invisible because they're literally existing at all points in time simultaneously and going insane while doing it.
So it's basically like, hey Zinch, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you can't see
it's
me.
literally a consistent cloak of fuck reality, basically. And
Nice.
and they have a really powerful scythe. I think it's called like a warp scythe or a seer scythe. Basically, they like boop fuck reality, and they'll just like rip holes in it.
Nice.
But
What about Kario's Fate Weaver, who can only see the future and past?
I mean,
It's a pretty good question.
I'm just saying. But no,
He's lying to the
they're
present.
my favorite because they're just the
Yeah, but
most
technically
dirty.
they exist across all points in time, and so like technically every point at which they exist would be another branch in time. So like, man, that gets really fucky real quick.
No, yeah, well, and they're my favorite because they just basically like gnaw through reality, and that's basically it. And they're just absolutely ass-fuckingly insane all the time.
Yeah.
And we never see them in lore base. They're just like, "What are you doing? Eating reality." Oh, okay. And that's like their entire lore. It's
Reminds me
fucking
of that one
hilarious.
movie where they actually eat reality. I forget what movie it is.
Gives us no
I'm
context.
gonna need some more context.
Imagine
please, bud.
like a
Do you remember
ball
actors?
Of, no, imagine a ball of meat that kind of just like is a
Oh,
mouth.
was there airplanes involved in this?
Yes.
Yes, I know what movie you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
movie is
it's
this?
some weird fucking movie. I forget how airplanes are involved.
Wait. Is it Japanese and or
No,
Korean?
no,
American.
it's like 80s. It's like 80s American.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's almost worse.
No, yeah, it's like this fucking airplane flies into like no. Fuck tangent. Jesus Christ, Vermin Lords. Explain it. Done.
I will go and
Yes,
do the research.
you look this up because I'm about to hit my bullshit. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a shit, and I'll be back in an hour and a half when you're still going.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. So are you done with the demons though?
That is my demons. Yes. Like I said, that was not all of them, and that was a very brief description, but
Yeah,
that's,
'cause
that's the majority of the demon race. And we will go back over this much more in depth later.
Yeah, because I remember juggernauts are a thing, but that's getting
Juggernauts, yeah, Juggernauts are bloodletters riding.
juggernauts, right? Aren't they? Or no, beasts of corn or something like that.
No, they're I forget what they're called. They might be called Juggernauts.
Yes,
Yeah.
I found it.
What is it?
God damn it. The Langoluries.
Yep.
The what?
The Langoliers, I think, or Langoliers or Langoliers.
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 1995.
Yeah. Want to see a picture of what they look like?
Meatballs.
What the fuck is
Meatballs
that?
with mouth.
Meatballs that eat reality.
Oh my god! What the?
So
fuck?
when I was doing this, it
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
looked
That's
pretty
literally
good.
they don't move. They go like meow, 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 and like move by like eating basically.
I don't know why. I saw like 5 minutes of this movie when I was 7, and it just popped up back to me.
Dude, could you imagine watching that while being blitzed out of your mind?
So you want to do a drunk podcast and movie review?
Anywho, mortals, go.
All right. Mortals are mortals. Moving on.
No. We both is not fucking true.
All right.
Some of those mortals are spirits.
Some of those mortals aren't really mortals.
Yeah, no. All right. Starting off with elf.
Elves.
Elf. So yeah, elves. They're literally just elves.
Knife
like,
ears.
Exactly. There are a couple important branches though. So there's elves, and then there's the Bloodrack Medusae, which are the ones that were created by Marathi. There's the Sithai, which the interesting thing about the Sithai or Kithai, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. The interesting thing about them is that's actually the first race that Teclis created. And then, like, they started kind of going insane and shit like that, and Teclis was like, this is weird. And that's the race that eventually became the Ideneth Deepkin. Interesting thing, no, there's only one true Sathai that still lives. And then there's the Scathborn. And wait, sorry, I got that backwards.
The Scath...
Bloodrack. The Bloodrack Medusae are the ones that are currently being created by Marathi. Sorry, I got that backwards.
Are you sure about that? They are snake-like Medusas.
Yes, they are snake-like Medusas.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So there's two different kinds of Medusa creature things that work for Marathi. So there's the Bloodrack Medusae, which those are the ones that basically Marathi
They're sorcerers.
bites them. Well, no, she bites them, and they turn from like mortal normal elves into
Oh, okay.
Medusa.
Well,
and then there's the original Scathborn. The Scathborn are the ones that when Marathi got her portion of souls, she made them into Medusa.
Okay, well, Medusa, they're called Melusi, and...
Yeah, there's the Kinnerai and the Melusi. Or the Melusai, rather.
Melusa.
Alright. And that's basically all we're going to do about elves, because, like, elves are elves, so, like, yeah.
You got your very pompous high elves, you got some of your...
Yeah, but they're all effectively elves.
Yeah.
And then the Sylvaneth are their own thing, which we'll get to. Then there's the Bahal, which the Bahal are... They're literally the twisted creations of the Dwarden and the Centaurs. So they were created by the priests of Hashut, and they're basically, yeah, like, honest to God, just imagine a fusion between a centaur and a dwarf. And that's what they are. They're kind of fucking terrifying.
So it's a centaur with a very, very short...
Yeah, and they have rage. Just rage. But yeah, they're chaos.
Well, yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that Hercules' person that trained him?
That's a satyr.
No, that's a satyr.
That's a satyr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Centaur
different
has
thing.
4 legs.
Yep. And then speaking of centaurs, dragon ogres. So dragon ogres are centaur-like, but technically they are half drake for their legs, and then half ogre on top. So instead of being like human and horse, it's ogre and lizard. But they're massive, and they made... So the funny thing is they're technically mortals, but they made a pact with the Chaos Gods, like, literally before humanity ever existed. And we're talking, like, back in the old world.
Yeah.
In the world that was. Before humanity, like, even existed, they made a pact with the Chaos Gods to be immortal. So they are technically mortals.
Like, they can be killed,
but they are
not
immortal.
dying from old age.
Yeah.
Are they still Chaos aligned in AOS? Or did
Yes.
that get...
Yes, no, they are still 100% Chaos aligned. At least to the best of my knowledge. Because their pact with Chaos remains unfulfilled. And then they have an offshoot called the Shaggoth, but we're not really... Again, lightning round.
Big version.
Yes. Dwarden, a.k.a. dwarves, a.k.a. you know what a fucking dwarf is. I'm not going to go into specifics over it. The one big thing about it is that there are the Fire Slayers, and then there are the Caradon Overlords, and then there are just dwarves.
Angry dwarfs, flying dwarfs, dwarfs.
Yep, exactly. All right, moving on. The Fimir, which this reminds me, there's a an Irish folklore. What are they called? The Fomori, I think is what they're called. But they're Celtic evil fairies, basically. I think Celtic demons.
Dude, fairies are always supposed to be evil.
Well,
Fairies
no, so
are
like
fucking,
if you,
they're always evil. They're always fucking mean.
they're tricksters, especially like the Irish ones. They're more tricksters than anything. They're not necessarily inherently evil. They're tricksters. But the Fomorian Irish folklore, they were like truly evil. Like there was one guy who, one of these creatures. I'm gonna forget his name. It's like Balor, I want to say something. It's literally been a decade since I read this, but literally what happened is he was like watching. He snuck in and viewed a witch, like a witch's ritual, like a dark ritual, and the fumes from it hit him in the face and blinded one of his eyes. And now anytime he opens that eye, like the pure concentrated force of death is just unleashed upon everything he sees. But he can't actually open his eye by himself. And he's like massive. So what it is he has hooks like buried into his eyelid, and then he gets like a trail of guys behind him to pull his eyelid open to unleash its powers. Anyway, yeah,
that's pretty metal.
That's pretty fucking metal.
A little bit of Irish folklore, and again, I don't remember if I'm getting it right. It's literally been a decade since I read this. I have the book that's it's in the other room, but I don't. That's all I really remember about it. Anyway, back to the Fomir though. So they are a mist-dwelling race known to have a stronghold in the marshy crescent-shaped isle known as the Peel in the realm of Giran. But yeah, they're basically just think Cyclopses, but lizard.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're actually pretty dope. And they do actually have tails, and literally their tails are just bone clubs, and they just beat people with them.
That reminds me of Godzilla's best ally. No, wrong one. Yes.
Godzilla's best. I was about to say, you're either talking about the monkey or you're talking about
Mothra.
fucking Mothra.
No, I'm talking about the armored back dinosaur.
Oh, the Ankylosaurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm not an
that's
ally.
that's not a Godzilla thing. Unless that's one of those super weird
It's
Toho.
I know one of Godzilla's enemies was like an armadillo-like dinosaur thing that would roll around and...
Look, all I'm saying is there was a point in Toho's career where they went like full-blown fuck it, like let's just do whatever.
I've watched almost every Godzilla movie in existence, and yes, you are completely correct. Some of that shit got
Oh
whacked.
no, Mitchell's brother is like obsessed with everything Toho and like basically owns every
one?
Godzilla movie ever made.
Which one?
Matthew.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew.
We had another one. I don't know if it was either one of those two.
That's fair. But yeah, no, like Matthew. Oh yeah, he's been on the show before. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Matthew is like obsessed with everything Toho and has like basically every
Because
movie.
Matthew is a man of culture.
Yep, you're not wrong. All right. So the Fomoroid are the next ones. Fomoroid, they're. So this is kind of the funny thing. This is another race of Cyclops-like beings, but they were actually the first natural inhabitants of the All Points.
Oh yes, Anguirus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Him and Godzilla don't get along.
No, they do. In some movies where Godzilla is evil, he will fight him because this guy is always good.
Oh, it's more of a territory thing. Gotcha.
But they, you can watch. It's where Godzilla.
In the 2001 Godzilla movie, I forget the name, but I think it was Godzilla All
Okay.
Monster Attack. Godzilla fought Anguirus, and Godzilla was the good guy of that movie. So I am confused.
Sometimes Godzilla can be the bad guy.
I am aware he can, but in that particular movie, he was the good guy.
It's the first Godzilla movie. It's the one with the saw in its belly.
That's not Mech Godzilla. That is.
Oh, don't look at me. I don't fucking know.
Fuck! That's the one with the fucking scythe hand, the little like the fucking praying mantis hands.
Anyway.
Gyrin.
Oh god. Okay, now we're apparently going on a Godzilla tangent. Hello, folks, and welcome to our Godzilla
Gamera.
podcast.
I believe it's Gamera. Gamera. Oh no.
Are y'all two going down the rabbit hole? Yeah, they're going down the rabbit hole.
Oh, Gamera is a completely different thing. You continue with your thing.
Okay. So the Fomoroids are really interestingly enough-
Gigan, yes.
I'll just wait.
But
Sorry.
no, Godzilla versus Gigan, they teamed up, him and the one I just stated. Anguirus team up to fight Gigan and King. Oh, it's the three-headed one now.
King Ghidorah.
King Ghidorah. Yes, because that's when King Ghidorah came from space.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of different though, because everyone, like early on, everybody.
Everyone hates King Ghidorah because King Ghidorah is Godzilla's like main arch enemy.
Well, also he's an alien, is
and
the big
he's
thing.
straight up like, I'm an alien. I'm going to fuck everyone on this planet.
But Godzilla, and however you pronounce this one,
and Geras.
and Geras team up to fight Gigan and King Ghidorah.
We will continue this conversation later because I love you, but you're wrong. Continue.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up, both of you.
Yes, the flame war continues.
Beat your dick in. All right. So the Fomoroids, they were the first inhabitants of the All Points. They were Cyclopean builders, and like they built a lot of the shit that was initially in the All Points. And then Chaos showed up and was like, yeah, we're going to need you to quit that shit. And then just corrupted the ever-living fuck out of them. So they are now just, like, rage-fueled monsters who, whenever they remember what they used to do, they just go into an absolute blinding rage. Because they have been so heavily corrupted by Chaos, they are no longer capable of creating.
Oh, that's actually kind of sad.
Well, yeah. All right. Next up.
Hashtag Chaos is bag of dicks.
Yeah. Next up, Gargants. They're giants. Moving on. That's really the only thing about Gargants. They're just fucking big.
They're fucking giants. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Gorkin. So the Gorkin refer to every kind of beast that is somehow affiliated with, like... Yeah, so this is also known as the Beastmen or the Children of Chaos. So they're literally just... if you go look up like Warhammer Sigmar Beastmen or Warhammer Fantasy Beastmen, you're looking at a Gorkin. So this classifies all different types of Gorkin. So there are also Bulgors, Cygors, and Gorgons. And then there's... this is also technically classifies the Zangors, Korgors, Slangors, and...
Pestigors.
Pestigors, thank you. So the big thing about those, the last four I just listed, though, is that they're all aligned with a specific chaos god. So, for instance, Slanesh, Slangors, Korgors, Korn, Nurgle, Pestigors, and then Tzeentch is Zangors. All right. Moving on. Greenskins. If it's green, it's a greenskin.
Except hobgrots. They're kind of
I
yellowish.
believe if applicable, just scream WOG and then continue.
Yeah. Basically, greenskins is any creature that can be affected by WOG energy and is somehow affiliated with Gorkamorka. That's a greenskin. So, Oryx, Grots, Snotlings. You get the idea. Harpies. They're corrupted beings that serve chaos. And, yeah, they're literally just chicks with wings. And then talons for feet. So yeah, monsters of chaos. Mitchell, if you want to stop pretending that you're an intelligent human being, just don't do stupid things. It's that simple. What you didn't see was Mitchell put his phone down on top of his tablet, and then it almost slid off. And he just kind of sat there and watched it for a second. I was like, oh, wait a second. All right, humans. If I have to explain what a human is, I'm going to find you and I'm going to smack you. Moving on.
I will be under your bed.
Next is going to be the Kelpdar. The Kelpdar, hey, seriously, it's your favorite. It's a rarely seen aquatic race of the mortal realms, dwelling in oceans, but never in those places so deep that the light of the sun does not reach.
I have that too.
Yeah.
In other.
Yeah. No, it's one of those races.
It's like four aquatic races, and all of them have that exact description.
Yeah, what you want to bet? Oh, hey, look at that. Merwin, one of the rarely seen aquatic races of the mortal realms, dwelling in their oceans, but never in those places so deep that, yeah, there's about 4 of these that are just like, oh yeah, we're basically some flavor of mermaid. Moving on. Ogors. Ogors, as like ogre, but different. Ogres are a race of hulking brutes that live to eat and fight, and they're typically found in the same region as orcs and often go to war alongside them. So these are basically, think of a cross between like a human and a gargant. So they're big, but they're not huge. And yeah, they just they typically just fight a lot with other creatures. They like to fight. Basically, human orcs.
Okay, I am going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you.
What the fuck are you two doing?
He says I'm wrong about my goddamn movie, but no, Angor is in ally.
Oh my god, you are still on Godzilla?
Yes!
What the fuck?
How are you fired about this the entire
Because that was my favorite movie growing up. You can't say I'm wrong.
Oh, you're wrong. You're stupid.
I am right because it was... You can't say I'm wrong because King and Godzilla versus
Oh, that's funny. Sorry, my boss just texted me going like, hey, you're not keeping me updated. If you can't come in tomorrow, I'm going to need a doctor's note. And it's like, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be in tomorrow. All right. So so we just did
Let's save this to the end.
Yeah, please do, because I'm getting a little concerned.
This is making me so happy.
Not to be confused with the ogres are the ogroids. And the ogroids are... So, like, technically they're a race of chaos worshippers. They're almost like a flavor of beastkin, or like gorkin. They're kind of weird. But they were once part of the Hordes of Destruction. But they ended up fighting in the war against Gork and Morka. So, yeah, they're a little weird. So, yeah, even though they look a lot like, honest to God, they kind of remind me of, like, actual Gorkin, like, beasts. Mm-hmm. But they are very much affiliated more with Tzeentch. Excuse me. Next up is the Sankrit. So the Sankrit, they're a reptilian race found in the realm of Gur. Like, that's about all I got for them. Next up,
You're taking my shit, Philip!
Oh, look at that. It's the Sankrit. That's kind of the issue, though, is that
because
like,
they're also mortal.
They're mortal, but they're also like not major enough to really be considered.
Cool. That's just less shit I have to do.
Yeah. Next up is your favorite, the Seraphon.
Heyo.
So the Seraphon.
Space lizards. Move on.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, no. So this is actually
you have space lizard, you have space chameleon, you have space toad. Done. Oh, sorry. Space triceratops, space T-Rex, space pterodactyl. You're good.
Dinos.
From space.
But yeah, Seraphon, interesting little note here. They're actually the oldest of all of the races in all of like Warhammer Fantasy / AOS lore. They were directly created by the old ones back in the world that was. They were the first race, and so they directly interacted with the old ones.
And they literally lived through the...
Stop it, Mitchell!
I'm right!
No one cares!
I care!
Fuck off!
But you're not, though.
Oh.
Fuck off, seriously. Jesus Christ, you two.
The reason why the
Seraphim start beating both of you over the head.
Through the end time is they basically said, fuck this shit, got in their little temple cities, and flew into space.
Yeah, yeah.
It is the epitome of, fuck this shit, I'm out, doo-doo-doo.
Tawinifo?
Won't mean that...
They didn't nuke it, but like...
Look, if you combine what the Skaven did and what the Lizardmen did, yes, you get Tawinifo.
Yeah, take off and nuke it from orbit. Alright. So Seraphon, yeah, they have like 4 distinct flavors of lizardmen. So there's skinks, which are small, intelligent, and very agile, but they're not particularly strong. Then there's the Croxigors. No, wait. Seriously, help. What's the difference between Croxigors and Saurus?
Okay, so Croxidors are just take a very angry crocodile and let it walk on 2 legs and beat the Christ out of things.
So those are the ones that aren't very intelligent, but they're big and strong and hit things hard.
Friends with skinks.
They're friends with skinks. And Saurus are like the mainline troops. Are basically like take a Velociraptor and then take a human, and they fuck, and then you have a Saurus warrior.
Okay, cool. So Sora sits somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, though they're smarter than Croxagores, but they're not as smart as skinks, and they're stronger than skinks, but they're not as strong as Croxagores.
Okay, cool.
And they're the ones who are normally like the skinks attend the slan. The Saurus, they're ones that like guard the slan. The Croxagores are actually the big builders. They build a lot of shit.
Okay.
But when they have to, they beat the Christ out of things.
Excellent. And then there's the Slan.
Ah,
Come on and Slan!
Space Toads!
Yeah, no, I literally want you to think of like a bullfrog that just sits on its fat Lardex ass all day long.
And moves planets with its mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta tell something to Circe. Bastrop has its own salamander.
Oh yeah.
Okay, salamander in what regard?
Like an actual salamander.
Like an actual
Like a
salamander.
real creature.
Oh, like it's only in Bastrop?
It's getting tested at Texas State University to see if it's any different from any recorded salamanders. But it's some Gosher Trace Road out of middle of nowhere, one of the oldest roads in Bastrop County.
They're just some lizard boys chilling there?
Just some lizards.
That's cool as shit.
4 feet underground. They're just because the road is so old. It has been compact and has different layers of asphalt and like layers of road up to 4 feet high.
I want to go check that road out.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they were just redoing it, and they're just like, they lifted something up, and it's like 20 salamanders, and they're just like, what the fuck is this? That's not supposed to be in this county.
Interesting.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Anyway, yeah, and then the Seraphon also have dinos. So they just have lots of different dinos. I'm not going over it.
Realistically,
if you can find a fossil of it in your local like natural history museum,
Seraphon have it.
The Seraphon probably have it.
It's really
just
simple.
alive and
You have your Ankylosaurus, you have your Triceratops, you have your T-Rex.
You have your Velociraptors.
Yeah. The only thing that Seraphim have dino-wise that wasn't really a thing in like actual dinosaur would be the Dreadsaurian, which is like combining a saltwater croc with a T-Rex. And yes, it is as terrifying as it is in your head.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Skaven, rat people. Yeah.
Are they
rats.
mortal?
Yes. The Skaven themselves are mortal.
But they were made by the Greathorn rat in the warp. They're closer to demons than mortals, I think.
No, they are distinctly mortals. They are mortals in the same way that.
I thought I saw a cat at your table.
Yeah, that's fine. They are mortals in the same way that like the Zangors and the Slangors are mortals. Like yes, they are very heavily intrinsically warp affected by their god, but they do not need the warp to survive.
Gotcha.
All right. Next up is the Sylvaneth. We basically already covered the Sylvaneth. Basically, tree people.
My gosh, you still got like 8 left.
Oh no, Troggoths, and I'm done because these are all like subsets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna cover Troggoth. Troggoth are basically trolls. Like, I want you to think of that scene from Lord of the Rings where they're like, they brought a troll, and it's like a mountain troll.
They brought a cave troll.
Yeah, they brought a cave troll. Oh yeah, it was a cave troll, wasn't it?
I think just make it a little more gangly, and that's about it.
Yeah, taller, but still, like, literally just take that scene in The Fellowship of the Ring, take that troll and stretch it vertically.
Troggoth.
And that's basically a Troggoth. But yeah, they're the heavy hitters of the greenskins.
Pretty stupid.
Oh, they are.
I'm going
stupid.
to assume that yes, they're pretty stupid.
But yeah,
It's not awful.
So yeah, technically it's like a group of races, but they're all just flavors of Troggoth. So they're heavily regenerative. They have corrosive bile that they can spit up, and they have very tiny brains that only think of violence.
Ooh. It's the size of a peanut.
Basically. All right, but yeah, so that's all of the mortals. Thank God. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go like find something to hit my head with.
Can we? Oh wait, no. Okay.
It's time for
the fight of Godzilla.
Rattle Me Bones.
Nope, it's undead. You're right.
We'll get there, bud. You'll get your ass kicked in a little bit. Just wait. Just wait.
Hell no, you're completely wrong.
Now that I'm leaving the room because I'm no longer needed, he says you're wrong, seriously.
You are wrong.
The unintelligent always think that they're right.
I say I'm stupid.
They bask in their own ignorance.
We're gonna go with the undead now. We're gonna start with the malignant.
Did he just leave the fucking house?
He's getting water. Or did he go to his room?
No, he closed the door. He like left the fucking house.
He probably had to use the restroom.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck? I thought you went outside. I was like, bro, we're not done yet.
You just smoke break after that one.
I mean...
So undead, malignants, are spirits of dead mortals. Hey, it's another spirit. It should be in the spirit, but it's technically undead because it's dead.
Listen. Dead spirits and elemental spirits. That's how I'm rationalizing it in my head.
Yeah. Usually the soul of a mortal will go to respective underworld of their culture and belief and will eventually fade away. But how these are just too angry to actually die.
So dwarves.
They have the immense willpower and they hatred they hold on to, and they pretty much that's how they keep themselves and live in the world.
By being angry as fuck.
A great example of this is a lot of them popped up with the Necroquake and Night Haunt.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, those are malignants.
Oh wow, look at that. Who would have thought?
You got Mordants or ghouls or humanoid cannibals that have consumed flesh from the feast of an abhorrent ghoul king.
Aren't they? But they're dead. They are undead, right? Or are they just a human that ate it and then they turn into a ghoul? They have to die.
I think ghouls are technically dead.
What they have to be like they're alive and they turn into ghouls, or they have to actually die before they can become a ghoul.
I think they die from the meat thing.
Okay, so it's like a vampire thing. Like when you become a vampire, you die, but it's the vampire bite that like kills you. So like,
it says
what kills
this
them
transforms them into a pale horror that shares their king's delusions and become convinced that they are nobles.
Bretonians?
Yes.
Well, no, isn't that kind of like
that's the headcanon? Yes.
Yeah, the headcanon.
What is it called? The blood court? What the fuck for the ghouls?
Oh, fuck, what is it called? It's the something court.
Yeah,
Flesh eater courts.
The flesh eater court.
But yeah, that's what
those are ghouls, and we're all pretty sure that it's
those are
that's
all
what
the Mordants are. Yes. They are part of the flesh eater courts and are victims of an ancient and powerful curse that spread through the mortal realms. They got reanimates, and there's literally only one example of these, and these are Morghasts.
Okay.
So that's the only
one.
I
heard reanimates, and I was like, that sounds like reanimation, so I'm going to assume Zambonis.
Then you have whites, yeah, Wights.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm good.
No?
Nope, I'm good.
No?
Yep.
Okay. Did I pronounce it right?
No. It was me thing. It was me thing.
Is it your thing?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
It was me being retarded. Me being dumb.
Okay. Are one of the many variations of undead. And they can be of any species, but they're mainly just human.
Yeah. Man, I feel like like a lizardman white would be fucking terrifying.
Probably. Oh, just real quick after this, I'm gonna need your help formulating a text message so I can basically tell my boss he can go fuck himself.
Gotcha. Texting boss to eat dick. Gotcha.
Yeah. We'll continue with whites. They are not natural born, and when they are reanimated, they typically do what they did. They had the most obsession over when they were alive. Okay. So if that's either fighting or scholarly or artistic ability, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They are mostly found in what I found interesting, and I can't wait for this to be an army: Death Rattle Kingdoms.
Rattle me bones! Spin the wheel!
And then you have vampires, which are, vampires.
Look, I just want a model of fucking Nagash, but it's not him in his battle form. It's him in his elder bone form, and he has a trumpet. And it is, dude.
Look, just kit bash it.
I think I might have to. Dude.
Look, we know a lot of people with 3D printers.
Well, continue with vampires. The first vampires were created by Neferata when she was an ambitious mortal queen using necromantic knowledge, and things went bad. They got the power, but they have to drink blood now.
Vampires.
You
know what I miss thinking of vampires? I miss vampirates.
Bro,
like
that shit's pretty hot.
Vampirates. Can you imagine a Necrofex Colossus model in AOS?
That'd be pretty hot.
That'd be pretty dope.
They'd be pretty fucking cool.
All I gotta say is moist.
Look, all I gotta say. God damn it.
Moist. That is all.
I am so sorry you had to ear rape everybody with that.
Disgusting.
But
no,
I'm not even done yet.
Look, all I'm saying is if they brought back...
We interrupted the shit out of him during his...
Yeah, get fucked. No, all I'm saying is if they brought back the... what were they called in...
Vampire Coast.
Yeah, if they brought back the Vampire Coast...
Which are not even an army in fantasy battle.
I know, right?
But they fucking should be.
They should be. No, if they brought the Vampire Coast into... I'm not sitting in it, Mitchell, so therefore I'm not at risk of breaking my own chair. Get your foot out of it.
Maybe I want to put my foot. Okay, you dick.
But no, if they brought that into AOS and not like some kind of Eden F. Deepkin spinoff, but I mean like actual vampirates, like I would play the shit.
All I'm saying is it'll never happen in AOS, but Old World is coming. Yes. And we're getting like Grand Cathay. We're already getting Kislev and Grand Cathay because of Total War.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they've already made the vampires.
So my last one is zombies, and everybody knows what zombies are. I'm done.
Zambonis. Full stop. If you don't know what a zombie is, I don't know how the fuck even to begin.
Yeah, really.
With you in particular, I will send you a list of literature to read/watch.
No. Just go watch the 1967 classic.
Don't look at me. You think I'm up with pop culture?
If you want to see a real-life version of a Zamboni,
still technically
go to the biggest city. Go to the biggest city that's near to you. Go find like the deepest, darkest crack den possible and just people watch. And you will find lots of fucking examples of Zambonis.
Oh God.
Arkansas.
Wow.
I've been to LA a couple times, just saying. I've also been to Austin a lot.
Oh no, it's like the crackheads you gotta worry about in Austin, it's the homeless people. They'll chase you fucking 10 blocks.
Yeah, the crackheads in Austin.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Why do you think they're homeless?
Yeah, it's also fair. Alright, let's stop being mean.
I'm gonna take a smoke crack and I'm gonna...
We are somewhat offensive.
I mean...
Look, I've been harassed so many fucking times by
the homeless.
It's just, at this point, it's like I
know. Me and Philip had to run away from a homeless man because he asked us for a quarter. And we made the mistake of saying no, we don't have one. And so he got off his bike and then chased us across the street, and we had to run into a random store.
Yeah, no, like so this was done. No, this was
fucking serious.
Yes. No, we had to. So this was like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Oh no. Oh God, I'm sorry.
This was 3:00 in the afternoon on 6th Street, and for those of you who don't know,
that fucking explains. It's on Dirty 6th.
For those of you who don't know, there's a section of 6th Street in downtown Austin.
It's called Dirty 6th.
Yeah, as Dirty 6, and that is where all the bars and like tourist trap shit is.
If you want to see some fucking crazy shit, go to Dirty 6 at 3:00 in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah. But no, so this was 3:00 in the afternoon, and like
wow, the vampires were out early.
Yeah, no, so like all the bars are open, but like nobody's in them because it's 3:00 in the afternoon, except for like the hardcore drunks
or the ones who are trying very hard to kill something inside of them.
Exactly. So like we're fucking running away from this guy. And I was like fucking dipping into this bar. We're all like 18 at the time, 19, because we had a couple friends with us, and we like dip into this bar, and he's like, Can I see some fucking ID? And we're like, no, we're running away from that guy. And the dude kind of like does a quick 180, and he's like, gotcha. Don't drink anything. You're standing at the door. And I was like, that's okay by us.
We just need you for your structural support. That is it.
Yeah.
No. Also, there's that one time we got out of the car to go get ramen, and 5 seconds after getting out of the car, the guy a homeless man walks up to us and goes, hey, you want some of the good stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we straight up got offered something.
No, I would say like the weirdest experience I've had with a homeless man. God, it was so easy. He asked me for like $1. I'm like, sorry, man, I just keep card on me, which is true. I tend not to keep cash on him. He goes, fuck, you got a cigarette? And I'm like, I got that. And he was like, that's probably better for me anyway. And we just sat there and smoked a cigarette for like 30 minutes, and then I left. That was it.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest experiences ever. Oh, fuck.
Okay. Your other.
Oh, yeah, other. So these are the races of other.
Then we can get into our fight.
These are the races of other. And by other, I mean these are the smaller races that...
nobody gives a damn about.
Yeah. Well,
except Dragonith and
to be fair, between the two of you, I've done like half of mine. So you have the so the first one is the Aetar, Aetar, I believe it's pronounced Aetar or Etar. Big eagles. Moving on. No,
Yeah, but they hang out with like the elves, the high elves, right?
No. They're just gigantic celestial eagles that fucking hate Sigmar. That is it.
Oh, they hate.
Well, yeah, they built some shit for him in the Age of Myth, and then like the Age of Chaos happened, and everyone got aggressively fucked, and then Sigmar came back with the Sigmarines, and they're just like, yeah, fuck that guy, and that was about it. But
also,
yeah, no, they're just big eagles.
I would like to thank you for finally getting the big eagles.
Big eagles.
Yes.
No, literally in my notes. Big eagles. That's all I got. That's really. It's like it goes into like they're like some random shit they did, but realistic, they're just fucking big eagles. Draconith, not important. Draconith. They are
Dragons.
They are dragons, a type of dragon. They are the children of one of the types of children of Dracothion, and they got wrecked by Kragnos. If you know the Kragnos story, the dragon that he wrecked, that was the Draconith.
Can't wait for an entire army of like Kragnoses.
He smashed the eggs and did a bunch of hood rat shit. That was the Draconith, and then they went to the Seraphon, and then Croak did Croak things. But yeah, no, that's the Draconith.
And Croak was like denied.
Then we have the Dracoth, which are they're drakes. So if you're going by like typical fantasy like classifications, drakes don't have wings. They're just think of a horse, but it's a wingless dragon. And they spit lightning, and they are mounted by Sigmarines.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sigmarine.
Basically, quick note right here. If we talk about something and it's somehow related to dragons or Dracothion, it's probably a mount or a companion to the Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah, the only ones that weren't were the Draconith until very recently.
I gotta pause. So technically, Stormcast Eternals, undead.
Yeah.
But I forgot to add that into my list.
By technicality,
technically yes.
They're somewhere in between because the breath of life lives in them, but they are made by dead champions. But they are technically remade into something different. So they're straddling the line in between.
They're in that line. They're in the between of spirits and undead.
They're in that really weird of being like alive, living elemental spirits, kind of, and also being like dead spirits. What I see them as like they are made from dead spirits. And they are turned into live spirits.
Okay, so I actually have my data cards here for my Stormcast Eternals. And normally, you know how for like your keywords it tells you whether or not they're mortal? Sequitors I'm looking specifically at Sequitors, but Sequitors are not listed as mortals.
Yeah, because I think they would be closest to like spirits.
Yeah.
They just look very human, but they're close to spirits.
They are souls put into a fake body.
I guess the closest...
Automatons, technically.
No. The Sylvaneth. They'd be closest related to the Sylvaneth.
So yeah, spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are made from...
they are not mortals, though.
But they died, so they're undead.
They are made...
Well, technically all the Sylvaneth got eaten.
They are made from dead spirits, but they are turned into something else, but their base is dead. A dead spirit that was turned into something different.
Well, a soul of a dead person.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Dracoth. They're ridden by fucking Stormcast Eternals in the battle to wreck things. Then we have the Drogruch. I think that's how you pronounce it. Drogruch. Yeah, Drogrukh. Drogruch. Big ass centaurs. Where Kragnos comes from. They lived in Gru, where they lived and they were peaceful, and then Kragnos got born and he was angry as fuck, and then he did hood rat shit. Big ass centaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you my neighbors, because now that apartment's occupied, they're gonna hate me.
Probably.
Oh, the Jotunberg. They are gigantic, peaceful winter giants. Just take
Didn't Sigmar kill one of them? Like back in the Age of Myth?
No,
Didn't he kill a bunch of them?
You're thinking of the Norse mythology.
No, there was...
He killed fire giants in Akshi.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
No. They live in Gru, and they're asleep majority-wise. Wherever they come, they bring the winter, basically, wherever they go. But they harbor no ill will towards anything sentient. They're just peaceful, gigantic winter giants, just gargants, but blue and cold and not assholes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm like, man, that's kind of cool, though. I'd play Jotunberg. Yes, the Kelpdar. a rare aquatic race that lives in the fucking... Philip already went over this. There's a couple other aquatic races. They're rare. They live in the shallow end. They're spooked of the deep sea predators. Fucking that's basically it. This is cool. They're called the Mind Stealer Sphinxes? Or Mind Stealer Sphinx? They're Sphinxes. They're Mind Stealer Sphinxes. They were allies of Teclis, and they guarded, like, the academies or whatever the fuck are, like, magic
Is that
and
what
whatnot.
Teclis' mount is?
No, these are evil. These are Chaos aligned.
Okay, but same concept.
Same concept, yeah. Basically, they guarded, like, the academies and the troves of, like, magic and whatnot, but they couldn't actually do magic themselves, and they got salty about it, and then Tzeentch was like, Teclis is a bitch. And they were like, man, Teclis a bitch. This is 100% our idea. And they rebelled, and they fell to chaos, and Tzeentch gave them all a third eye, which they can use that third eye to literally steal the knowledge from people they gaze upon. People like master swordsmen will lose all of their training in an instant trying to fight them, because they literally suck the knowledge out of them. And they can also bring, like, hardcore mental traumas to the surface of individuals as well.
That's pretty...
They're just asshole sphinxes, basically.
Wow, that's a very...
It is super cool, but I like it a lot. I really do enjoy it. But at the end,
I don't want to fight my own.
I don't know if they have model, but I can show you a picture. If you look at them on Lex Canon, they have cool. They look pretty fucking cool.
They probably have a model then.
Yeah, the Sanskrit, whatever the fuck, reptile race from Grill. Philip covered it because he had half of my shit. And then we have the Star Drakes. So they are also children.
Oh, yeah.
They are also children of Dracotheon. You have the Draconith, which are dragons. Then you have the Dracula, what are they called again? The Dracoth, which are just drakes. Then you have the Star Drakes, which are just like super dragons. They are bigger, spookier versions of dragons, and they have Stormcast energy. Because when they die, they get reborn in the heavens, but then the Age of Chaos happened, and then a bunch of them weren't fucking being reborn. So then Sigmar and Dracotheon made the fucking chamber of whatever the fuck. Extremis. Yeah, yes, it is Extremis, where basically the undead Star Drakes came to the chamber. They got turned to like crystals, and they got yoked, and then across the land, and Stormcast will go try to find them to make them their mounts. But they're some of the most powerful, if not the most powerful mounts that Stormcast can have. So they're just ancient ass spoopy dragons.
Yeah, they're technically the most powerful mount, but with those new dragon releases, they are no longer the most powerful dragons. Because now the two dragons we have. The Stormcast now have two named dragons.
Well, yeah, they
are fucking big.
Well, yeah, no, they're the as far I don't think they're the last anymore, but at the time they were the last two remaining Draconith that Kragnos killed. One of them's like the prince, the other one's just like angry as fuck.
Yeah, I think one of them was actually like slightly corrupted by Kragnos, because his whole thing is that like he wants to murder.
Yeah, I think they're brothers actually, but one is like the actual prince and one is
but so the big difference is that one is like super supreme magic caster dragon.
And one's like,
the other one
the shit out of you.
Yeah, and the other one's like, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna smack the Christ out of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are. I've read their rules. They are both fucking terrifying.
I haven't read the rules yet, but they look cool as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Star Drakes, they're big, they're spooky. They also eat a bunch of shit, but they'll hunt chaos, but they won't eat chaos, because chaos corruption is anathema to them.
It's the same thing as to why Tyranids don't eat chaos biomass. They're like, fuck that shit.
Well, when you kill chaos,
it just doesn't sit well in their gut.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So that's Star Drakes. Is
that everything?
That's about everything. There are a couple that I didn't go over because Philip and Mitchell have had them in their lists as well, but that's the majority of them right there.
And I don't think we've missed any of the big races.
No.
I guess technically we didn't cover Chaos Dwarves, but it's literally just dwarves aligned with Chaos, so like...
they are aligned with a minor Chaos deity, but yes.
Yeah, but same
time. I think technically they're kind of like, the big four can go fuck themselves.
This guy, though, he pretty cool.
Yeah, we like this dude.
I think I actually mentioned him, Hashat.
They live in Olgu, I'm pretty sure. They're in Olgu, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the end of that. Guys, to all the new people, if you're still here, don't be afraid to reach out to us. Yep, we like talking and dicking around.
We have a Twitter page that we're like never fucking on.
Actually, I'm in there all the time. I check it almost every single day at work, but there's no notification, so I just cry.
Yeah, I need to actually download Twitter so I can look at it too.
Yeah,
don't worry, there's nothing happening.
You know what we should probably do is we should probably start like going and following a bunch of different like Twitter pages and things like that. Like,
we also need to finish doing our like Facebook. We need to finish setting up our Facebook page.
Yeah, that's so.
That's pretty much almost done.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll finish it again.
But we do have a Facebook. It's just Lorecast Eternals. We have a Twitter,
all the
Instagram,
links
all that shit.
Yeah,
the links will be in the description. But yeah, that's about it. Me and Mitchell are gonna get into a verbal fight over Godzilla lore for the next 30 minutes.
And I'm gonna go tell my boss to go fuck himself. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna win this fight.
Is this you quitting, or is it just more like...
Man, I'm fucking thinking about it.
So, I'm gonna win this fight right now. And Gearus
hold up.
No, I've been waiting for this shit.
No. Time out real quick. We're done with our episode now. If you would like to sit around and listen to us talk and yammer on for the next, 30 minutes to an hour, and Circe and Mitchell start throwing hands, please feel free to stay. But if you're only interested in AOS lore, this is your cue to leave. Have a good day. Feel free to contact us however you wish, and we will see you next time.
He is a protagonist of convenience whenever he has to fight something that is worse than Godzilla. But when that threat is gone, he immediately goes back to trying to murk Godzilla. He has been both a secondary and a primary antagonist. He only teams up with Godzilla when there is a bigger threat. But the second that threat is gone, he throws hands with Godzilla again.
No.
Initially,
they were enemies.
They're always enemies.
No, they were initially enemies, but now they are
fucking
friendly.
hate each other, but will help kill Philip if he walks in with an M16. And then we go right back to trying to beat the shit out of each other. God damn it!
No, you're wrong.
I'm sorry, Mitchell, but you're
just
not.
wrong.
You're lots of things, and wrong is the majority of them.
You are wrong. Godzilla and Garrison Godzilla appear to
Incorrect.
have a genuine friendship despite being enemies.
Bro, one of his goals is to kill Godzilla.
His ally is Godzilla.
No, it's fucking not. It's an ally of convenience.
Hold up. What website are you reading off of?
I'm on the fucking wiki.
I'm on the wiki.
If anything, I will say that we are both right and we are both wrong, but you are not fully right and I am not fully right because they have been both. They've been enemies more than protagonists, but whatever, I'll give you the half win.
All this started because I said that he was an ally of Godzilla in the one particular movie that was stated.
He is not a fucking ally of Godzilla.
She's an ally of Godzilla in that movie.
They only work
But at the end of the
together.
movie, they literally hold hands going into the sea.
No! I'll give you frenemies, maybe, if I'm drunk enough.
Keep in mind.
They pretty much walk into the sunset
Bro,
together.
I have watched Godzilla fucking suplex the armadillo.
Have you watched Godzilla vs. Gigan?
Yes!
It's one of my favorite movies. I watched over 20 times.
Okay.
And they, at the end of the movie, they go off into the sea together.
To murder each other? Oh!
Look, all I'm saying is 1997's American Godzilla was the best one.
Target acquired.
Oh, by the way, that's 1999, and we're about to go murder.
Oh, no, I'm not okay with that. Okay, now which cat can I bitch slap him with?
Actually, I think Hephaestus has the most weight.
Start running.
Oh.
That wasn't even Godzilla. That was fucking Zilla. There's not even a god in his name because he's a bitch.
Also, I think it's Godzilla, King of All Monsters. No, that's the new one. It was a different.
No, the new one is Godzilla vs. King Kong.
No.
No, the one with Ghidorah in it.
This
is the
one located in Sydney where there is Zilla, and then Godzilla, because Toho bought the rights to that one. So when they made the new movie versus all these new monsters, that Godzilla just smacked him with his tail and just exploded.
No, I think he's even in the comics. He's just Zilla. Like he's not
By the way,
Godzilla. I think he's a subspecies.
Godzilla is a Marvel superhero that can take a meteor to the head and not die. Look it up. It's a Marvel comic.
The only way
Godzilla saved the world.
The only way they've ever been able to actually kill Godzilla kind of was in the first movie when they had to destroy all of the oxygen in his blood.
Oh yeah,
with the Oxygen Destroyer.
Yeah, didn't they bring that back for King of the Monsters?
Yeah. They're basically
they're
like everything within a 5-mile radius that has air is about to not have air.
Yeah, and then they detonate it underwater and create a hydrogen explosion.
Yeah, but then Ghidorah didn't die because Ghidorah's a fucking alien, and they're like, oh, we done goofed, and everyone's like, oh wow, look at that, the military done goofed. again.
Yeah, and so then they were like, okay, bring out the nuke.
It's like, man,
3
the
inches away from
one
Godzilla's
fucking
nose.
time that Godzilla was gonna hand Ghidorah his ass was in water, and then we had to fuck with him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I don't know how much of that's actually understandable.
Probably none of it. We were very loud.
Basically, the conclusion they came to was, we're going to continue arguing, and then I walked in and was like, but Zilla's the best Godzilla. And then they were like, okay, hold up now.
Godzilla literally used Zilla to wipe his ass. What the fuck you're talking about?
It was the first 2 minutes of that movie, and it's...
Dude,
Godzilla sent it into the Sydney Opera House.
Toho bought the rights to Zilla. Toho bought the rights to Zilla just to shit on Zilla. How
really
much did
did,
that
though.
acquisition cost you? I don't know. $1 billion. Was it worth it? Fuck yeah.
They fucked with our god.
Oh my god.
They,
Fuck.
they fucked with our god, so we unleashed the power of the sun.
We sank like 2 boats and they unleashed the sun twice.
All right.
Oh fuck. All right. Cool. Oh look, hour and a half perfectly.